Hello, welcome back to the Exigent AFH Business Consultants YouTube page. Today I sit down with a phenomenal, ambitious young man hailing all the way from Kampala, Uganda. His name, Esau. Isokabuiso came to the United States to further his master's program in animal production at the University of Wisconsin-Madison under an internship program where he sometimes would be in the firm for 10 to 12 hours for 2 years. He later found his way up to Washington State, where he opened his own private care business agency, creating business opportunities not only for himself, but for other people. This is a story of true grit, determination, and belief in self. Now, join me and make sure to take out your notepad and jot down some pointers that you might need for yourself. See you later. Hello, Mr. Esau.
Hi, Joe.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you for making time to talk to me. I know your time is very precious and you're a bit tired, so thank you for availing yourself.
You're welcome.
So, where in Uganda are you originally from?
Kampala.
Kampala?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, what brought you to the United States?
Study
Study. What field of study were you doing?
veterinary medicine.
So you worked in a farm
Yeah, for apprentice. It's
as
like
an.
internship as a student.
Could you kind of give like a short description of what an apprentice in a veterinary farm looks like?
Um, Apprentice is just like training as a student internship because I came here for my master's in animal production. So my focus was livestock. So I had a chance to work on a beef farm, just general beef operations. And then I also had a chance to work on a dairy farm, like just focusing on production and the technologies that they use to do the production.
Interesting. Was caregiving something you had experience with back home?
A little bit. I remember in my senior six vacation, my grandma, my daddy's mom got real sick, and I happened to be the kid home, so I took care of her for like a year before she passed. So I would call that caregiving, but for loved one. Yes, sir.
Oh, interesting.
hmm
So how did you transition from agency work to private clients?
Um, it's pretty clear. I mean, it's private clients. Is you need to have a business. You need to have a registered company, and then you look for clients through a network. I have a bunch of friends who are RNs, so like they work in different hospitals, facilities. So what I did is just to talk to them, like, hey, could you recommend anybody? Because they are networked. They take care of the treatment people, and when they come out of rehabilitation, they go back to their homes and they may need help. So that's how I got my like clients.
So a lot of networking.
Yep.
Yeah. So uh, not to go deep into the business, but you said you have to register your business with the state, like form an LLC or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Uh, you've already explained the strategies and platforms that work best for you in finding private clients. So, do you use caregiver contracts or agreements when working privately?
Um, you do contracts.
Mm-hmm.
You do contracts. You sign up with the clients,
Mm-hmm.
and they sign up for the number of hours they need help with. You know, some as minimal as 2 hours or 1 hour a day. And that becomes really expensive because you have to transport yourself, drive over there, and just work for an hour. But if you have more hours, more money. Yeah. So technically, yeah, definitely you have to sign contracts.
Do you conduct background checks for the people that you employ, or it's
Oh,
just?
definitely you have to do that to employ anybody. You need to do a background check because this
Oh,
is healthy sector, and they're dealing with people. They're dealing with somebody's mom, somebody's dad. They're going into somebody's household. You're gonna make sure they're clean people. Yeah. So yeah, it's a
int-
requirement to work
interesting.
in the health sector.
So, if someone has some dirt on their background check, you don't consider them for employment.
Definitely no.
You have to be clean through and through.
Oh yeah, because you're going to watch over people. So
What if the crime was committed 10 years ago and the person is now changed
um,
and they've done their time?
there are many ways of changing, but like that's not like the responsibility of the employer to know if the person is transformed. The background check will tell you if they are clean or not. So it
Okay.
don't matter how long they've been out of trouble. Yeah.
Mm. So, what challenges come with balancing multiple clients in a private agency like yours?
The challenges that come with like helping multiple clients in their household is you need to have more workers, like employees. So it's easy to get employees, but it's hard to get good employees. You know what I mean? Because like the field itself is super challenging. It requires somebody who is patient. Most of our clients are like sick, they have Alzheimer's, so like they are not in their right state of mind. And sometimes they'll talk to you in a mean way.
Mhm.
So it requires somebody who is patient enough and loving and understanding, because you're gonna know that, oh, it's not treating me like this because they hate me or anything, but it's just because of their healthy condition. Yeah, so sometimes you get good workers, sometimes you get workers that are not patient enough. So that's basically the challenge.
So, in your words, how do you define who is a good worker and who's not a good worker?
Of course, we do. They do. Everybody has to do a daily report. We have systems where you write down what you did, but also the best way to know if somebody is a good worker is from the client's report, because they'll tell you that's a good person, that's a Joe. I don't want to lose that person. Keep him or her in this house. You know what I mean? So the client, the person who the recipient of the service is the best person, to tell who is a good worker. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting, interesting. So, how do you build trust with the families you work with?
Um, just offering a good service and being professional. You know what I mean? You go into their house, but they still they might be vulnerable. I mean, like disabled, or like they forgetful. They can't make their own meals. They forget to take their medications. They might need help like with hygiene, but they still feel like they're in their home and they're in power. So to build trust with them, you're just gonna respect them and give them their space. You know what I mean? So you need to study the client's needs. Some clients don't want even to sit next to them. They'll say, hey, go sit somewhere. I'll call you if I need your help.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? So just respect. Just make them feel like they're home. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Yeah, don't show them that, hey, you can't do nothing. That's why I'm here. Yeah. So they'll
interesting.
they'll trust you for that.
So, let's segue now into the finances of running a private care agency. So, what are the pros and cons in terms of financial stability? Would you say that having a private agency brings? Does it bring financial stability, or is there some times where you struggle just like any other business?
Yeah. Just like any other business, you may have clients like who take long to pay you.
Hmm.
Some clients are sponsored by the government,
Hmm.
and just like any government in this world, they take sometimes they take their time. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
To send you that check, but you're gonna be able to still provide service. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, there will always be challenges. Like there's this particular client that I heard like they take like forever to pay the money. You know what I mean? But you just have to wait. So you get resources from the other client and then invest in the other client just to buy time so you get paid. So yeah, challenges will always be there. Um, but you just gotta be patient and you need to plan.
Mm.
You need to plan well and you need to, save up money for those emergencies.
That's very interesting that you said you have to save money so the money could save you
Mm-hmm.
later in
Mm-hmm.
case you have a caregiver
That's
that's
right.
being uncooperative and they want to
Mm-hmm.
get paid immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So is this a field that you're looking to do in the long term, or is just something that you're doing now, but not really in the scope of doing it long term?
Oh, it depends on what you call long term.
Like, would you consider this as a career move where you own
Um,
multiple private care agencies?
I would say to me it's temporal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I have many other things I want to do
Mm-hmm.
um, out of this country. And
Interesting.
if say it's not like if I say I'm going back, I'm originally from Uganda back home. I don't think there is such a thing. Like people, all elderly people don't really have the money,
Mm.
to pay for those services.
Mm.
I don't even know if there is anything like that back home. So if I choose to leave this country, then I have to do something else altogether.
Maybe you could be the pioneer of bringing this company over there in.
Yeah, that's also a possibility.
Interesting.
Yeah, but of course we know, being a third world country, there's a
Mm.
lot of
Challenges.
poverty.
Yeah.
People don't really have the money
Mm.
to pay for such services, but that is something we're thinking about. Yeah,
Oh.
I've talked about it with several people, like potential partners.
Mm.
Yeah, you'll never know, but right now I don't have a definite answer for that.
Yeah, interesting. If you have, I would think, if hypothetically speaking, you had potential partners here in the States
Yeah,
while you're in the field in Uganda, that would be something feasible, right?
sure.
Anyway, Mr. Esau, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for pointing out about the private care agency, and you still maintain that it's a good career for someone out there who's maybe a caregiver that's looking to go into it, right?
Oh yeah, it's a super good career,
So
but
oh, go ahead.
there's that like fulfillment that you get,
Mm-hmm.
when you care for people. It's more than money. It's not just about money. It's just about passion and love for the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's me. That's what I look at. When I go care for those people and they're like, "Hey, you are Joe. You are super good."
Mm-hmm.
And those old people will pray blessings to your life,
Yeah.
and that will help. Those blessings will be carried on. You know what I mean? I have both my mother's parents. They are
Mm-hmm.
here. They are in their 80s.
Mm-hmm.
They're still. I have my great aunties who are in like late 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I attribute partly their longevity to, like, the efforts that I've, given,
Mm.
to better somebody's grandparents' life, somebody's parents' life. Yeah, it's just the satisfaction that you get
Definitely,
once
and
you're done.
I always say because aging is a natural state that everyone will eventually
Yeah,
age, and I look at it like if I was working in that particular field, I would treat that person the way I would want to get treated,
correct.
right? If I was in that vulnerable
Yeah,
situation.
or the way you would like your mom to be treated, your
Exactly.
dad, your grandparents to be treated. Yep, yep.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So this is an interesting thing because you can either go where you own an adult family home, or if you don't have the ability to do an
Hmm.
adult family home, you could do private care
Yeah,
agencies.
private in-home care or
Huh.
in-home health. Yeah.
Because all you need to is just register a business,
Yep.
right? And
And
there's steps.
look for business, look for clients.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, and being social and having soft skills.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know you're a very social individual,
Yeah.
so that helped you a lot in
Yep.
acquiring clients. You
Yep.
can't be introverted and start go into the private care agencies because you have to go out and meet people.
No, these people are already depressed.
Mm-hmm.
They have anxieties.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna be the light in their lives.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So like we have a term called companionship.
Yeah.
Companionship is a big thing,
Uh-huh.
because most of these, elder people in their households are all by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
In America, people are busy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going there. Number one, companionship. They need to
Interesting.
feel you when you
Mm.
get there. They need to feel your presence. You
Mm-hmm.
need to add value to their lives. You
Mm.
need to make them feel important.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You need to, when you get there, you need to, to take out the void of loneliness in their lives.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
true. That's
Hmm.
very true.
Yeah. This
All
one.
right, Esau. I thank you very much for joining me. I know you're pretty tired and you have to go rest, and we'll cut this interview short.
Thanks, Joe.
And hopefully, you could join me for part two.
Sure, no problem,
All
Joe.
right.
You have a good one.
You too. Thank you. Thank you for joining me in that phenomenal interview. I hope you got some good pointers for yourself if you're looking to go into the private care agency, or if you know a friend who's looking to go into the private care agency, you can go ahead and share that information with them. Now, I want you to go to the Exigent AFH Business Consultants YouTube page, hit the subscribe button, like, share to a friend, and tell them to share to another friend and comment next big thing. Because Exigent AFH Business Consultant is the next big thing. Whether you comment or you don't, we're still the next big thing. See you at the top.